Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC teased by Capcom survey. Dragon's Dogma 2 only launched a few days ago, and yet Capcom has already sent out a survey to players asking whether they'd be interested in purchasing DLC. The previous installment in the franchise famously got Dark Arisen, which featured additional content like the extra dungeon of Bitter Black Isle, around a year after the release of the base game. Of course, whether Dragon's Dogma 2 gets its own Dark Arisen will likely depend on the sales. So far, Capcom hasn't said anything. We only have partial data, like the latest UK retail chart, where the game ranked number 2 on its debut week after EA Sports FC and ahead of Nintendo's Princess Peach, Showtime. Steam data, on the other hand, shows a concurrent player peak of 228k, which is not bad but not great, either. Of course, there's also the matter of the current user dissatisfaction over microtransactions and suboptimal performance, which translates into mixed average user reviews, 55% approval rating. However, Dragon's Dogma 2 reviewed very well with critics. Moreover, Capcom has already announced some of the planned updates to fix at least some of the issues people have with the game. If you want my own take on Dragon's Dogma 2, head to this article. This review may read quite negatively, but it's only because of the lofty expectations that surrounded Dragon's Dogma 2. The original game was an amazing foundation to build upon, and yet Capcom seemed content with keeping the same strengths without improving much on the weaknesses. 12 years later, though, the effect cannot be the same. Still, make no mistake, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a highly enjoyable fantasy action adventure with RPG elements that will provide you with about 40 hours of pure fun. Its peerless sense of exploration, meaty combat system, and stunning visuals will motivate you throughout the entire playthrough. Just don't expect to find a fantasy world simulator or, indeed, a narrative worth remembering.